You are going to be taking part in this roast tonight to benefit.
I'm honored to be invited to roast Barbara Walters.
What sort of topics would you go after?
I'll talk to her about one of the times that she and I and Ted Koppel were in India covering Jimmy Carter. The then Indian Prime Minister was named Morarji Desai. He was a man of ancient years, and he attributed his long life publicly to the fact that every morning he drank a quantity of his own urine. We went to a restaurant that night, and we ordered a bottle of fine white wine. And for some reason, after a couple of glasses, I guess, the mood struck us, and we began to talk about it. And Barbara, I think, began it. This is not a great urine, but it's a suitable urine. Ted said it travels well. I added the fact that the blossom was there, and people around us were just outraged. But in those days, Barbara didn't care, and as a matter of fact, today she really doesn't care either.
Back when she was paired with Harry Reason, everybody was so shocked at that. Did you think then that she could ever have gone this far?
When Harry Reasoner treated her as if she was some interloper, having to be teamed with this woman, and he made it clear on the air, and he showed it, which I think he never should have done, no matter how he felt. It was clear it wouldn't work, and didn't work. And so she was taken off as one of the principal anchors. Instead of doing what everyone knew she should have done, which is to quit and issue a blistering statement accusing the ABC News management of gender bias because she was a woman, of discriminating against her, she simply went back to work. And again, it would accompany me as the White House correspondent and Ted Koppel as the State Department correspondent on these trips. She'd be out at 6 a.m. on the rope line with everybody else. And I really came to admire that. Instead of reacting and making some excuse and denouncing the company, she just went back to work. And before long, began doing those great interviews before the Academy Awards, and then when Roone Arledge put her on 2020, extending her reach. And I point this out to journalism students and others too. You're unlucky if you don't have reverses fairly early on in your life and learn how to handle it. You're unlucky if you get to some high point and then the world knocks you in the head because you don't know how to handle it. Barbara knew how to handle it. She did it the right way. It's in the Bible, pride goeth before a fall. She didn't have the kind of false pride that made her react angrily to being taken off the evening news as anchor. And the result was she became the biggest star in our business.